Kidd Kraddick in the morning.
The Showbiz Top 5.
Hey, it's Kellie Rasberry with your Showbiz Top 5 for Monday, October the 25th. Now, on October 16th, Celine Dion voluntarily checked herself into the hospital, wanted to make sure the twin boys she was carrying kept incubating a little while longer, and they did for exactly one more week because on Saturday, Celine gave birth to twin boys. Quite a bit premature. I think they said if she would have made it to the first week in November or so, it would have been 37 weeks. So she's about 35, 36 weeks. But still, for twin boys, they weighed 5 pounds, 10 ounces and 5 pounds, 4 ounces. That's really good. But their little lungs still need to develop a little bit more. So they're in an incubator right now. Celine and her husband, Rene Angelil, have still not announced their names, but they do have a son named Rene Charles, and he's 9. So he's a very excited big brother today. President Obama looking ahead to the 2012 campaign, and he's trying to figure out ways to re-energize the youth vote, re-energize the minority vote, and get them excited. So he's turning to Jay-Z, who was also a big Obama supporter when he won the whole thing a couple years ago. So he's hoping he can get him back involved on the campaign and do it again in 2012. Now, sources say Jennifer Lopez's manager, Benny Medina, has been just lurking around the set of American Idol, hanging out and in between breaks, giving her advice on certain performers and, what he thinks about them. But an insider says the words coming out of Jennifer's mouth are her own, and that, she appreciates what she has to say, but she's doing fine without his help. Now, in the meantime, any diva-like behavior between her and Steven Tyler? Sorry to disappoint you, the answer is no. Everybody's getting along fine, and an insider who's been at some of the taping says Steven Tyler is really emerging as the Simon Cowell of this group. Not with the negative stuff, just that he has great one-liners, and when he's on, he's really on, doing a great job. They're excited about that. And of course, good news, bad news for Lindsay Lohan. After we got off the air on Friday, the judge decided she should go back to rehab through January the 3rd. Now, that's the good news. She doesn't have to go to jail, but the price tag to stay at Betty Ford for that length of time, $53,000. And Lindsay says she doesn't have it. And the longer she stays locked away, either in jail or in rehab, she can't work, can't generate income. And she says this is putting her really at a financial hardship. Well, you did it to yourself, Lindsay, right? The big news, of course, this weekend was Katy Perry and Russell Brand's wedding, and they were married. Everything went fine Saturday in India at a resort there. The day before, there was some run-in with the paparazzi, not involving Russell, but some of his guests. Sorry, my foot. There we go. Some of his guests got into it with paparazzi when they were doing a little, scenic tour of the area. Police are looking into it, but Russell and Katy not involved in that. We hear she had the Hindu henna tattoos, everything done traditionally. She had a nose ring. She wore saris. Then she traded into a couture gown by Elie Saab, dove gray, we hear, with lots of lace. We hear rumors that she rode in on an elephant. We hear there were camels involved and Indian sitar players and all this fun stuff. But we have to wait for the pictures to come out. Fortunately, they did decide to sell them to one media outlet. They're an English outlet. I'm not really sure which one, so hopefully we'll see those in the days ahead. The big surprise, though, was Rihanna was a no-show. This is supposed to be Katy's BFF all of a sudden, right? Through the bachelorette party a couple weeks ago. Well, Rihanna allegedly said that she had to be in the recording studio and couldn't make the flight to India, despite the fact that Katy reserved a special room for her to make it even more tempting. Everybody's saying Katy was a good sport about it. I'm telling you, as a former bride, she was not, because you're not a good sport about much of anything that doesn't go your way right before the wedding. And then another media outlet, MediaTakeout.com, take it for what it's worth, says that the reason Rihanna wasn't there is because she was fighting with her boyfriend, Matt Kemp. Sounds like a pretty sorry excuse either way you go. And that is your Showbiz Top 5 for Monday.
Check out more blogs, pics, videos, and celebrity gossip, all at KidLive.com.